Alright, so in this video I'm going to be talking about the dilemma I've been having with these shock absorbers, trying to get shocks for this thing. Uh, these are the original shocks. They're just complete plastic and there's no oil in them. The top cap clips on so you can't take it off and put oil in them. They're not designed to take oil, and they're extremely light, far too light to carry the weight of the turtle's body on top. So I decided I was going to buy new upgraded shocks. So begins the story. I ordered a set of shocks off a well-known Chinese company and put my order in. It took my money, and then it said that they were out of stock. So rather than not taking my order, it just took the order, took the money, and then told me that they were out of stock. So those shocks still haven't arrived. They didn't come into stock until I think it was the 31st of December. They were then shipped out, and yeah, they still haven't arrived. So in the meantime, when I seen that those shocks were out of stock and were going to take a while to come back into stock, I went to another unnamed Chinese company that I actually had some credit with. So I ordered what I thought was a set of shocks. I had a look, looking through their list of shocks, seen a set of shocks for £7. I thought they look great, £7, do lovely. So they arrived, or it arrived. It turned out I just ordered one shock. Yeah, obviously wasn't paying attention to the listing. They were £7 each, and I only ordered one. I thought I was ordering one set, but yeah. So this is actually a really nice shock. It's really nice and smooth. There's no oil on it, but yeah, I'll probably order another three of these at some stage. So yeah, so that was another disappointment after waiting like 3 weeks for it to arrive. I got one shock on the mail. So I went on to eBay, seen a set of shocks. I think they were 14.99. I ordered them. They arrived. They're absolute garbage. Uh, they look nice, silvery, and it's all aluminium. Yeah, but they are as stiff as anything and really rough. You can actually hear them. So that's internal, that noise. So I opened them up. There was bugger all oil in them. I put oil in them, and it made them a lot smoother. But they leak like a sieve, even after tightening everything, 2 or 3 times. You can actually see they're still leaking oil, and there's no oil left in them. Yeah, they just leak like sieves, all four of them. And the bottom collar, when you take the spring off, to take this bottom collar off, it sort of slides over, that slot slides over, and they're super stiff. You have to push like mad to get that off, and then getting it back on again was even worse. And while trying to put one of them back together again, the shaft snapped. So absolute garbage. But I complained to the seller on eBay, said, this isn't the first set of shocks I've built. These are absolute rubbish, and he gave me a full refund. So that was fair enough. I didn't complain too much because I got my money back. So I ordered yet another set of shocks from eBay, and they arrived, and I'm super happy with them at last. They're all aluminium. They actually have two different springs on them, so there's a different spring rate top and bottom. They're super smooth. They feel like there's no oil in them at the minute, but I'm probably going to leave them like that. I'm going to put them on and see how they get on. If they need oil in them, I'll put oil in them. Yeah, have adjustable collars on them on a thread. Yeah, super happy with them. And these were, I think, 12.99, something like that, around about that price. So yeah, and they came with extra springs and bits and pieces, so you can actually change up the spring rate in them. So yeah, I was super happy with them. I'll leave a link to these shocks in the description below in case anyone's interested in buying a set. They're really nice, really smooth, can't complain. So finally I have a set of shocks to put on this. Like I said, I'm still waiting on the first set coming from China. They were listed as being for the chassis, the Fox 911 chassis. So they should fit. These may need a little bit of modification. On the bottom of the, you can see the shock oil on that arm. That's from where the M-Silver shocks leaked their oil everywhere. Yeah, so this hole here in the chassis is where the shock mounts. It actually, the bottom of the shock actually goes down and through this hole, and then there's a screw goes down through it. So I will need to grind these sockets down a bit. So there's a little ball and socket in those. So I'll need to grind that down a bit. These two side bits, grind them down a bit closer to the body to fit them down in that hole. But apart from that, it should work okay. So yeah, let's cut the time lapse and we'll get these things fitted to this, and fingers crossed they're gonna work. Alright, so took a bit of fiddling, but got them fitted, and they're definitely more substantial than the standard shocks. So we'll need to do a bit of a test drive and see how well it performs, but yeah, it's definitely better. Did have to drop the collars down a bit. I may have to adjust them, but it felt like it didn't spring up very well. So the springs are still quite soft, but definitely a lot harder than those standard shocks. So one other thing I bought was hex extenders to try and push the wheels away from the truck a bit, because they were rubbing when I was turning. The shocks, the tires were rubbing on the body, and I think it was because the shocks were so soft. You know, if you drop the accelerator as you were turning, the front of the truck dipped the way down. So yeah, it was interfering. So I bought two different sizes. I think they're 15mm and 25mm, or 15 and 20, something like that. Thank you. It's focused eventually. These are the standard hexes that are on the truck. So I'm actually running the wider ones at the minute to test out, and it has helped greatly with the stability. I just stuck one of the original hexes on here to try and show you. Excuse the wobbly camera here. So with the standard hex, the wheel is 1/4 of an inch away from the body, and you can see the difference there. That's a good 3/4 of an inch. So I have these larger ones on all 4 wheels. I just stuck a small one on there to show you the difference, and that's about the difference of the stance there by eye. Sitting at a good extra 1/2 inch on each wheel, so it's not hitting the body anymore, and it has greatly helped with its cornering ability. So that's it for this video, guys. I'll maybe do a little test drive here, but apart from that, that's pretty much it. It's really just to explain what was going on with the shocks. I now have these silver ones are going in the bin. They're absolutely rubbish. But I'll hang on to the standard ones because even though they're very weak, they do work. Alright, as always, please drop a comment, like, subscribe, share the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.